All right, as you may or may not know, I am about to start hiking the Section J of the Washington portion of the PCT. And I just wanted to go over real quick what I'm going to be carrying in my bag with me, because it's going to be a 7-day long trip. No roads, no refuels along the way. And that's 70 miles total. I'm doing 10 miles a day because I kind of want to take it easy and enjoy my time out there. But let's go ahead and get into the bag. Okay, for the bag we're using, it's going to be a North Face Summit 50 combined with a little Osprey fanny pack style bag. And that's only because it's just a little bit too tight trying to fit everything just in the 50-liter pack from North Face. Because it is a very slimline ultralight pack, there is not a lot of extra storage on the outside of it. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'll go ahead and unpack it and we'll just go everything as we go. So on this side right now, I have our bear spray. This is just a, 8-ounce can of counter assault bear deterrent. Supposedly works up to 32 feet. On the front portion of the pack, which is attached to, I'm not going to take it all off, but you'll see it in just a moment, is a Goal Zero charging solar panel. So this is going to charge my devices while I'm out there. Has a little hookup right there. And the reason it's strapped to the pack is because the entire time that I'm out there, I'm going to have it on the back of the pack absorbing sun throughout the day while I'm walking, so that it doesn't, I'm always charging my stuff essentially. Then we've got on the top here, kind of fashioned onto the top, is this is our rain cover for the pack. So this is gonna keep our pack dry if it does start to get rainy and nasty out there. We want to make sure our sleeping system and tent and all that stays dry. So let's go ahead and take off the Osprey fanny pack. On the side here, we've got two Cascade Mountain Tech Summit carbon poles, trekking poles. So this is my first time using trekking poles. These were just budget poles. Hopefully they work just fine. We'll see when we get out on the trail. Otherwise, I might be screwed as far as poles go. But we're going to be doing multiple water crossings, quite a few steep climbs and descents, as well as several scree fields. And I just don't want to be without something to help me stabilize during all that. So that's what these are for. As far as the inside of the pack, let's go ahead and take these guys off so they're out of our way. As far as inside the pack goes, we've got, well, let's go with the Osprey pack first and kind of go over what's in that before we get into this guy. So with the little Osprey pack, right now, I'm actually going to put a little bit more into it. Right now, we've literally just got our toiletries, trowel, that type of stuff. Trying to keep it as light as we can here. It is a 7-day trek with no refuels whatsoever, so I do have to bring enough to cover everything. And then on the inside of this small pocket here, we just have a bunch of extra batteries for my headlamp, and then for my GPS, I've got a couple extra batteries as well. So that's that guy. Let's get back over to this Phantom 50. I would like to go in a little bit more depth with this Phantom 50. I think this is kind of probably an underappreciated pack. A lot of people don't think of REI when they think of a really nice ultralight bag, but the Phantom 50 comes in more than just this white color. I chose this for 2 reasons. It was the only one in stock, and also it's super reflective. So if I were ever to run into a emergency situation and can't get comms, then this pack would make for a really great signal because it's highly visible and reflective. So I think it will work out pretty well in the field out there, even though it's not really like a normal pack. Actually, North Face kind of advertises this as like a climbing pack for rope and that type of things, you know, climbing gear. So let's go ahead and get into the top portion of the pack here. It does have one small pocket on the top and one small pocket on the side. On the top here, we'll go over everything I have in there. So we have a charging block, which will be plugged into this solar panel. We have my little headlamp. I'm not going to be outside at night very often. I just have it just for the sake if I have to get up in the middle of the night and pee and end up getting out of my tent to do that. We've GPS. This is just a little Garmin eTrex 22X. It's pretty lightweight, it's pretty durable, it's not anything special. Charging cord. We'll have 2 charging cords. We're gonna have all of our water treatment in here as well. So I got the iodine tablets, but the thing with iodine tablets is they turn our water kind of a yellow color, and they have a little bit of an aftertaste when it comes to the water. But they came with this PA Plus as well, which allows us to get that water back to a neutral pH and get rid of the aftertaste and all that. So those are super important. You gotta purify all the water we find out there, because I'm not packing out like, man, close to 50 liters or 50 quarts of water just to stay hydrated throughout the entire time. This is the charging cord for the GPS. We have 7 liquid IVs in here, and that's just to stay hydrated while on trail. So we got all those guys. Make sure we get our electrolytes in. In this bottom pocket here on the side, we've got a head net. This is just a mosquito net, essentially, that only covers your head, so it will prevent mosquitoes from biting your face, which is kind of flying around your face, which is just super annoying, especially up here in Washington. They're pretty big and very annoying. Top of the pack. So we're getting into the meat of it now. We have a 3-liter bladder as well as filtration cap. So it's pretty light, and it is a 3-liter pretty durable bladder. I've used it before on a really long trek through the woods, and I've had no problems with it bursting or anything like that. This is going to be fire starting materials, as well as, what else do I have in here? Just some Body Glide. It's essentially just in case I need a fire. I shouldn't, but in the case that I do, I have it. We've got our rain layer, which is just a North Face, gosh, I don't even remember what they call this. It's the newer one. I can't remember, but it's pretty lightweight, and it's very comfortable and great for rain. And this is our food. Okay, so I have my food in an old sleeping bag thing that I don't use because I want to be able to hang it at night. I shouldn't have to, because it is all freeze dried, but in here we have quite a few servings of the Alpine Air foods, dry oh gosh, what do they call it? Freeze dried food. So the thing with the Alpine Air is all the ones I've gotten are vegetarian. 59, 590 calories in this one thing, and then 26 grams of protein in this one. A lot of them have near the 60 gram mark of protein. This just happens to be one of the ones that doesn't. It's pretty light, but it is the best calorie to price ratio that I found. So this is a pretty good deal for the most part. Drop this guy back in here. This bag is literally just full of those. I'm not going to go through every one of them. So pack those off to the side here. Right, back into the meat of the pack. In the side, I have my tent for easy access, so that when I get to a campsite, if it starts to rain, something like that, I can pull it out really fast and get it up. Got my cook kit in here. So my cook kit is literally just a simple pot and my little burner. I've got fuel for that as well. Should have enough fuel. If I don't, I always have those fire starting materials to keep me going. I've got a med kit, which I'm actually going to change out of this little med thing here because this is just too heavy of a thing. I can put all this in a little bag and it won't take up as much space or be as heavy. So this little guy. Let's see, we've got our fuel canisters, 2 Olyke Camp fuel canisters that should get me through the whole thing. All I'll be doing is boiling water with them, so won't need to actually cook. I'm not going to catch some fish and eat them out there. This is our tent. This is a Mountain Hardwear Aspect 2. This is a pretty nice tent. Very expensive. I got it on sale from REI during their recent sale. Whole tent weighs like 2.9 ounces. I'm sorry, 2 pounds 9 ounces. It's pretty light, and it is a solid tent. I really like this tent. we've got our sleeping pad. So the sleep pad is a Thermarest Pro Light. This is a wide regular. It's pretty small, super light, and it packs up really, really well. So I'm gonna pass this guy out, and then finally our sleeping bag. This is a Kelty. Can't remember what the name of it is, but it's a Kelty 30 degree essentially. It's a pretty nice little bag. It weighs about 3 pounds, so it's really the heaviest thing in here other than the food. But it is a good sleeping bag, and it should do me quite well out there. I don't think the temperature is going to get anywhere close to 30. I think we're going to be in like the 40 to 50 range every night. So because it is going to be July when I go through this, and I'll make sure to upload a video on my trip if I can. It's good. It should be a good bag for what we're doing. So we'll set it there, and then finally we're down to just the pack left. So the pack itself, like I said, it's a North Face Phantom 50. I've got my solar panels still added onto it. It's very comfortable. It's not fancy. There's literally nothing fancy about it, but sometimes I think people get a little bit too into the weeds when it comes to their pack. Yeah, it should be comfortable, but this one is extremely comfortable, and it's 50 liters, and the whole pack weighs 2 pounds 7 ounces. So it's not super ultralight. It's not those little roll up top ones, but it's pretty dang light, and it still has an internal frame to help assist with keeping that weight high up. So yep, that's everything I'm bringing. Oh, I do have a knife I'll be bringing with me as well for firecraft in the case of emergency, and also self-protection. I've been debating on bringing a firearm, although I don't know that that's allowed on the trail, so if it's not, then I won't. But this will be on my belt, so I won't be carrying this in the pack. We'll be right there, and then that bear spray will also be clipped or put into a pocket of some kind onto my belt. Haven't quite figured out how this is going to go, but I just want it nearby just in case. So I've got all that. All right. So that's everything I'll be bringing with me to the PCT in Washington. If you think I should be adding things, go ahead and comment below. If you think I should take some of those things out, comment below. But the whole setup in total, everything that I've shown you that I'm bringing, as well as the Garmin InReach, I didn't include that in this video, but I'll be bringing that too, weighs exactly 30 pounds. Exactly. That's with all the food, everything. Once that food is eaten up, this pack is going to weigh like, even half eaten up, this pack is going to weigh like 20 pounds at the most, at the absolute most. So, yeah, tell me what you think. Thanks for watching.